I'm not naked, I promise, but I just got out of the shower and I thought I'd do like a little get ready with me and, you know, reaction to the Bachelorette finale. So let's do that. I'm just gonna like do my skincare and stuff and then I'll change at some point and not film that. But yeah, so before I get into the Bachelorette stuff, I just wanted to share some stuff with you. I don't even know where to begin. So I don't know how many of you guys follow me on Instagram. If you do, you probably know most of this, but if you don't, I'm telling you now. So I'm filming this on Christmas Eve. It's gonna go up on the day after Christmas, so Merry Christmas, Merry late Christmas if you celebrate. And so on December 3rd, I think it was the 3rd, my grandmother had a stroke. She was 94. And my mom and her sisters went to take care of her. They like took days, you know, like took turns. And then a few days later, about a week or so later, she had a second stroke and it was much worse and she couldn't talk. And she ended up passing away in one day. And it's hard because I just got to know her really like as an adult. I really only started visiting her a couple of years ago, and I've learned so much about her, but I would have obviously liked to have more time. I mean, she lived a long life and she had so many good experiences, and her dog passed away a few months ago, and I think that kind of started it, if that makes sense. I mean, now she's at peace and she's with my grandpa and well, she's my step grandma. Technically, she's my mom's stepmom, but she's the only grandma I knew on my mom's side. And, you know, now she gets to be with everyone that she had lost, and, you know, it's still hard. And, like, we're not having a funeral with COVID, and she didn't really want one anyway, so that's hard. And a couple months ago, my uncle, my mom's brother, needed to have a heart surgery, and he was in the hospital for quite a while. He got sent home and then he had to go back, and when he was in the hospital the second time, he got COVID and they sent him home after his symptoms seemed to subside. But now that he's home, he's having new symptoms and it sucks. And just a lot of crap going on this year, and I can't, you know, go to my boyfriend's family's Christmas, and it just sucks not to be able to see people and hug people and everything. I'm sure you guys know like how it is. It's the same for all of us. But yeah, I wanted to let you guys know that just before I get into it, if like I end up not posting for some day this coming week or something, I'm not really sure because we have to go to my grandma's and clean the house out and all that stuff. So just wanted to preface this. My phone's super crooked right now, so yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know that. But now let's get into the Bachelorette stuff on a lighter note. So we're gonna talk about the finale and like the season, because I really haven't done any videos for this season. I haven't talked about like the guys or anything, because it was just a confusing season, as we know. So Claire, when they first announced her, I was all about it, but closer to filming and stuff, she just came off very like, well, I'm the Bachelorette now, so I don't know, I didn't like it. And she just like said stuff without really knowing the truth behind stuff. I don't know, whatever. But anyway, so yeah, Claire, Dale, whatever, that whole situation. You can always follow me on Twitter too if you want to know what I'm thinking during watching the episodes. Just, you know, just so you know. But yeah, so the whole Claire Dale thing, like, you know, good for them, whatever. Like, I have no right to judge her. If she wanted to get engaged after 2 weeks, that's totally her choice. And if she's happy and he's happy, wonderful for them. Only thing I really have to talk about is Youssef. Like, dude, they shouldn't even have allowed him on TV. They shouldn't even have allowed him to come back on the mental thing, because, I mean, honestly, what the hell? Like, they shouldn't be giving him a platform, because there's probably guys who watched it with their girlfriends. Like, yeah, that guy's right. Like, it is 2020. If the girl wants to see a guy with his shirt off, like, any of the guys could have said no if they didn't want to do it. Like, it was just so annoying. Like, if you don't like her, he could have just said no, like, I find it inappropriate, I want to leave. But he had to like berate her and like say such shitty things, and he was awful. And I think that I feel bad for his daughter, and I really hope she like has people in her life who can teach her that she shouldn't be ashamed of sexuality and stuff. So yeah. Moving on to Tayshia, I love Tayshia. I didn't love her in Colton season, but over like Paradise and stuff, I feel like I liked her more and more, and I was happy when they announced her. Of course, we need another Black Bachelorette, and I'm so excited about Matt James. I can't even get into it, but Tayshia, yeah, obviously the guys liked her more than Claire. She was definitely more like fun and like go with the flow, and you know, I feel like she wanted more of a two-way street, you know, like I feel like Claire was more like it's all up to me, and like it is technically, but like I don't know, I feel like Tayshia was way more open to like answering their questions and stuff. And just like night one seemed so much better with Tayshia. But yeah, so let's just talk about the final four, because like before that nothing really like mattered. So Brendan was my favorite personally, just for me. Like I know he wasn't ready, all this stuff, and like I didn't think Brendan and Tayshia really, you know, were perfect. I thought like it was cool their first date, but Brendan was more like my type. Like he's the kind I like. Like if I was the Bachelorette, I would have picked Brendan. Even though he wasn't ready, I'd be like, okay, well, we'll just date and see what happens. I feel like I knew right from the first time she and Zach had like a moment, like by their fountain. I feel like you knew it was gonna be him. I love Ben. I think Ben's great. I know a lot of people are saying that he's like super manipulative or this or that, like when he came back after she sent him home, and I get that, like I agree, but at the same point I don't think he was aware that it was manipulative. Like I don't think he was trying to manipulate her. I think that Bennett was totally trying to manipulate her and be like, oh my god, I love you, so you have to keep me here. But I feel like Ben, like we knew he wanted to say it before she sent him home. And it made more sense to me. Like Bennett, like obviously, was he really in love with her? No. That whole thing was crazy, but when Ben came back, like we knew he wanted to say I love you. Like we knew he loved her before she sent him home, and he just couldn't get it out. And like I can see where not only did he regret that, but he knew, like, that's true. Like if he had said it before she sent him home, she wouldn't have sent him home. You know what I mean? So like I feel like, yeah, it can seem manipulative, and yeah, like when someone already sends you home, like don't come back. But at the same time, like yeah, because she's a Bachelorette, like she makes all the decisions, but like they deserve to get some kind of closure, and there is no like after the final rose or any of that stuff. So like he deserved that closure, I personally think. And I think with everything he's been through in his past, like it just sucked to see him hurt. But at the same time, like I don't know, I just think that when he came back to say I love you, like I think he, like the reason she kept him was because she did have some feelings, and if he had said I love you sooner, it would have made a difference, because obviously she was closer to saying I love you to him than she was to Ivan. I think that her and Ben had this like awesome chemistry. I don't think they clicked. I don't think they would have lasted if she did pick him. I just think they're on two different roads, and they have like different vibes in my opinion. But I do think that like he didn't come back to say I love you to stay. Like I think he knew, like if I had said it, she wouldn't have sent me home, but I messed up. So if I say it now, like maybe she'll realize like I should have said, like I don't know, like I think that it made sense what he did. I think even though it could be perceived as manipulative, like I don't think he purposely did that, which is not excusing it, but it's also like he also needs to learn more, you know. I personally want Ben and Hannah B to be together. I think they'd be perfect together. I think they're both gorgeous. They're both into working out. They both live in LA or near LA. Like, let's just get that to happen. I even tweeted, I was like, let's just have a Hannah B and Ben spin-off, like just them meeting and them going on dates. Like, let's make that happen, please. Ivan, amazing. Ivan was amazing. Like, yes, we all know Ivan is awesome, and yes, we all want Ivan to be the Bachelor. Ivan was such like a solid person, and you know, he wasn't super fun in my opinion. He was more just like awesome. So I would like to see more of him, which would be great. So I also just didn't think she was gonna pick him. I just didn't. Like, yes, they connected, but I feel like they had more of a friendship than like a romance. And like she just gave in to Zach the most. Like you could see it the way like physically or how she was around him. Like I feel like I knew she was gonna pick Zach. We just all knew. I'm happy for them. I think they're great. I think that it's awesome that they talked about addiction and not in like a judgmental way, and like that just seemed not to really play into, you know, her decision. Like, she didn't judge him for it at all, and I think that was awesome. We never see stuff like that. Like, this season we saw a lot of like suicide, mental illness, you know, men dealing with bulimia and anorexia. Like, we never hear about these things, and I think it's awesome that all these men like stepped up and opened up and like didn't just share with Tayshia but like with America. And I think that, you know, for the guys who watch this show, this could be super like helpful to them, to know that this isn't like, you should nothing to be ashamed of. Like, if they can talk about it, you can talk about it. And I just thought the guys this season were really solid. Like, apart from like maybe 3 or 4 of them, like what's his name, the little one with the mustache, and Bennett, and of course Yusef, like there was quite a few people that like needed to just get out of there. But like, this season had like not really a villain, and like their guys were pretty solid. Like, I really was impressed with the group of guys this year. I think it kind of shows too, like, the guys that are willing to quarantine, they're not just gonna do it for shits and giggles, you know what I mean? So yeah, I feel like I'm not even getting ready. I have to get dressed, so hang on, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Do we love my shirt? It says, you can't see because I tied it, it says Merry Catmas. How fun. So yeah, what was I even saying? Yeah, so I thought this season was pretty good. It did feel totally rushed, and like I didn't like the no hometowns, and like obviously all that stuff's COVID, like totally makes sense. And I liked how they kind of made the hometowns work, and the parents still came and everything. But I didn't miss like the travel. Like, I didn't think I would, because I'm not a travel person myself. But yeah, I kind of did miss like some of the stuff that you normally see. Also, the sad news about Evan and Carly, like they literally met in 2016 and got married, and now they have 2 kids together, and he already has what, 3 kids from his first marriage. Like, now they're separating. I mean, I can't say I didn't see it coming, to be honest. Like, they were such a bizarre couple, and like the way she treated him in the beginning was, you know, a bad sign, to be honest. And yeah, so I'm not super surprised, but like, it's sad, you know, they have kids and stuff, but you know, whatever's best for them, they're gonna make it work, you know, just co-parenting. This is sad news. Something else I want to mention was like Rachel. So when Rachel was on Nick's season, I was a fan. When she was Bachelorette, I was a fan until the end, because like she just wanted, I feel like, you know, I said this in my reaction to her season, but I didn't like how she chose Brian over Peter when like it was very clear that her feelings for Peter were stronger. And like I feel like she literally chose an engagement over the person she thought was better for her. Obviously her and Brian are together and married and happy, great for them, but she's been really outspoken, and like I get her outspokenness about certain things, like I agree, but she said some really messed up things about Ben, and I was kind of pissed. And it's not just because I'm a fan of Ben, but like she was like, oh, he reminds me of Peter from my season who just wanted to be a bachelor. Like, where does she get this from? She doesn't know Ben. She's never met Ben. Like, I can't even. Peter did not want to be the bachelor. He didn't want to get engaged. So he wasn't ready to get engaged after what, 6 weeks together? Like, so why would he want to be the bachelor? Also, I feel like Peter has been off the radar since Rachel's season, to be honest. Like, he's running his gym in like Minnesota or wherever he lives, like Wisconsin, I don't even know. Did he move to LA? I don't even think so. Like, he's not trying to be famous. Like, so I don't know what she's talking about. He obviously didn't want to be the bachelor. It was so clear in the episode where he got sent home on Rachel's season that he was in love with her but wasn't ready to be engaged, and it totally makes sense. The people who are ready to be engaged after that amount of time, you gotta question them a little bit. So I 100% disagree with that. Also, Ben, like, no, I don't think Ben wants to be the bachelor. Like, even if he does, great, so what? Like, you're saying, Rachel, you didn't want to be the bachelorette? What? Like, you don't think anyone, like, you don't think that every single person who goes on the show, if they aren't gonna get picked, that they'd like to be the lead? Isn't that like something that, like, you can't even pretend like that's not in your head when you go on this show. Like, if you're gonna go on the show, you literally have to think like, yeah, you know, I'd love to be picked, I'm gonna love this person, but like if I don't, maybe I'll be the bachelorette, maybe I won't, maybe I'll be in paradise. Like, you have to think about those things. Like, it's human nature. So like, screw you, Rachel. I'm annoyed. Like, I feel like I liked her so much, and I thought she was such a great choice, and like, I don't know, just like since she's been the bachelorette, like I just feel like she's been really annoying. just my opinion. Also, I recorded Good Morning America to watch Tayshia and Zach since we didn't get after the final rose, which was annoying. I would like to just have like Chris Harrison like FaceTime them. I would have preferred that to like some random person on GMA. I mean, maybe you guys knew who she was. I didn't. But I just feel like they're so cute. Like, she was talking about how he like pauses before he says everything, and he was saying how her annoying habit is that she never finishes a drink. And I just thought it was cute that they like obviously had been spending that time together. And it looks like, if you haven't seen it, it looks like they're gonna be bi-coastal. Like, he's gonna live in New York and she's gonna be bi-coastal for now, which is, you know, to each their own. But yeah, I'm happy for them. I hope they really make it work. I think that they seem really genuine and like they were really good communication. And I think that it's good that he's nice and like mature. Not just like he's older, but he's been through a lot. And I think that her parents like really saw like a lot in him. And I hope that they make it work. I think it's awesome. Like, I'm happy for them. I really am. And I cannot wait for Matt's season. Oh my god, for those who don't know who Matt is, he's Tyler Cameron's best friend. If you don't know who Tyler Cameron is, you're not a real Bachelorette fan. Just gotta say that. Yeah, but I'm super excited. I like that they pulled someone that isn't necessarily in Bachelor Nation. I think it's like refreshing. At the same time, he is a bit young. I think he's my age, 28, which is like totally fine. But I would like for them to like do more older people. I just feel like it's like, not Claire obviously was like a weird choice, but like even Tayshia, she's what, 30? Like, I know it's 2 years, but I don't know. Anyways, Matt, I'm excited. I like him. I think he's such a good person. But the girls on his season, although they're gorgeous, like they just seem so shallow and immature, and it seems like a lot of drama. So that's annoying. I hope that he does find someone and like they're happy, but I hope they don't rush into it. So yeah, I also would have been happy if Tyler was a Bachelor because he's freaking awesome. I also would have been happy with like probably a lot of people from Tayshia's season too. So I hope they have Paradise next year because that's one of my favorite parts of the whole like franchise. I love Paradise, so I hope they have that next year. It would be awesome, and there's so many people I want to see on it. But yeah, if you're with me about Hannah and Ben, let me know in a comment because I'd be super pumped about that. And I think I'm gonna actually give myself a trim today. Look how long my hair has gotten. Do you guys remember like this time last year my hair was like, look at this, oh my god. I think I'm gonna give it a trim, not like a full cut, but it's getting kind of like gross at the ends, so I'm gonna do that. I have a bunch of stuff to do today, baking and all that stuff, because it is Christmas Eve. Like presents to bring out from hiding to put under the tree. Is that all? I guess. I don't know. I can't think of anything else, but I just wanted to come on here and do a little update. So I hope you enjoyed this. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and I'll see you soon. Bye.